Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
And Andres here.
Hello.
So today we're going to talk with Andreas about real estate here in Ajijic, Lake Chapala area, and see an update and see what's actually happening here in his experience. So Andreas, how long have you been in the real estate business?
First of all, my name is Andres Velasquez. I'm a certified real estate agent working for Ajijic Real Estate. And I have been living here in the area for 45 years. I'm from Guadalajara. And I have a 17 years experience working in real estate.
Recently, what have you seen in the real estate market here with properties? Are they properties going up in value? Are they going down in value? Are more people coming in and they want to buy it? What's the general sense of what's happening here? Let's say now versus say a year ago.
No, after COVID and when everybody gets back to work, we start having 3 years of one of the best sales for 3 years. And
maybe the best sales.
The best sales, yeah. Yeah, and so during that time, we had a lot of demand. We don't have that much properties to offer. So the prices went up, let's say, between 5 and 50% more of the value. But most of them, they were selling full price. For full price, But the last year, 2023, so we had a slowdown in sales. Right now, there's a lot of properties reducing the price. So I think that now prices are gonna go back to the real price as before COVID, and now it's gonna be the buyer's market.
So you're seeing a switch from like a bubble that had a bubble where people were buying even to the point of paying full price, wasn't negotiating, and maybe even offering a higher price than what was the market or what they were asking for the property. And now things have slowed down. And so what do you think percentage-wise that it's gone down? It hasn't gone down 50%.
No. I think that prices, during COVID, the prices increased from 5 to 15%. So I think that they are going to go down almost the same to 15% or something like that. Because we don't have too many people buying right now. Before that, we had a lot of demand, and right now, there's a lot to offer, but we don't have people who wants to buy.
Okay, so people aren't coming in and buying right now.
I know that people, don't feel, to come to Mexico because they cannot get the same money as before.
So, Andreas, can you give our viewers here an idea of what, let's say, a property was selling for maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and what it would be selling for now? Just, do you have an example maybe on your listings?
Let's talk, for example, one that is across from where I live, in El Limón, in San Juan Cosala. It was listed before for $495,000. It's a nice property with a lake view, big yard, and I listed for $449,000.
$449. So it went from $490. Did you say?
From $495.
$490
to $449.
To $449. Okay.
It's around 50,000 US. So, but you can see that difference, And I think that they will take a lower offer on that property.
Okay.
Now they want to sell.
They want to sell. Okay. So now this year, 2024, what's the difference in your closing ratio versus last year, say at the same time?
Okay, let's talk about the same high season that is between October and April. I sold around 10 properties during that period. And now, since last year till now, I just sold 4.
Okay. So I understand you. That's about a 6-month window in the high season.
Mm-hmm.
You sold about 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this year, from January
Till
till July,
to July, yeah.
yeah, you have sold
4
property.
properties
Okay,
only.
okay. So, okay, that's quite a bit.
And I mean, and it's about that there's no people buying,
Yeah.
So it's kind of a sad, but
Right now, with the lake being so low,
Mhm.
and people have been indicated that there's been more of a water shortage. What seems to be the general feeling about that here? You've lived here for so long, you've probably seen different levels of the lake going up and down, and if that even affects the water table.
yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, right now, a lot of people are suffering of water supply.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the water that we get in the whole towns and cities around the lake, it's about deep wells. And the deep wells also depends on the level of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
For example, in my experience where I live, we have a deep well. And every time that the lake goes down, we need to dig a little bit more deeper. And the water that we are getting is less than we get it, like now that the rainy season is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So I suffer a little bit. I mean, the whole community where I live, because we don't have too much water.
Now, in generally in this area here, most people are on municipal water. They're on the regular water system.
But also the municipality, I mean, the water from the municipality
Mhm.
is about also deep wells.
Okay, okay.
Chapala, Ajijic, San Juan Cosalá, Jocotepec, all them, they have deep wells. Right now, they are, for example, digging one in Jocotepec, in one of the main avenues of Jocotepec, because they are suffering of a lack of water.
Mm.
Really, I mean, Jocotepec, they are having a big trouble with water supply.
Okay. So now with so much building going on in this area, I mean, every place we walk, there's a new lot and people are building on it and stuff. Um, what about the infrastructure? What about the sewers? What about, let's say, water? In other words, you've mentioned the wells, so more people are using that water and the sewer system. Is the building department making sure that they're all upgraded to handle, let's say, the extra sewer problems and stuff like that, or maybe sewage treatment plants? What's happening in that area? Person coming in and wants to buy.
I mean, right now there's only a few sewer plants that are working. I know that maybe we are not taking care or getting ready, to have more places with sewer. Ajijic is growing so much, all the areas are growing so much. And I think that we are not prepared, for all that building, all that properties coming up and people and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be a issue.
So Andreas, what advice would you give, say, a young couple or whoever wants to move in Mexico? They want to live their dream. They've heard about Mexico and how great it is. And what advice would you give them, of coming in and getting established? What would you recommend?
Okay, I mean, for example, at my office every Monday we have a newcomer seminar. It's always at 10 a.m. And during that seminar, we talk about real estate, we talk about hospitals, places, migration. We touch different kind of topics for people that have the idea to stay here or to buy or whatever. And then Wednesdays, we have a home tour. We choose 5 our listings, different prices, different locations. So we took them for a tour, and it's kind of like a first step to see what you can get for your money.
Uh-huh.
And if you are thinking about buying.
Okay.
And also, of course, they can hire you to have a different view of Ajijic. You have a lot of experience too, and you can also help them.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't sell real estate,
I know.
and so I can give you an objective maybe that you may not get. So, but through my location service that I offer, a full day with me going around, and we go along the whole area of Chapala. It's about a 13-mile area from Chapala to Holtotepec, and we can look at different areas and different villages. Give you maybe a little bigger perspective than you would get on your home tour one.
Of course, of course.
So another question Andreas said, a lot of people want to know, what's the legal requirements that somebody has to have coming to move to Mexico? Somebody new wanting to move, what can they expect?
Okay, I mean, to buy property in Mexico, first, of course, you need the money.
So you need cash.
You need cash, yeah, because here in Mexico, if you want to get a credit, it's not easy for foreigners, and also it's too expensive. It can be from 12 to 15%. So it's really expensive. So you need cash. The other thing that you need is your tourist visa.
You're saying that actually a person could come in here on a tourist visa, 180-day visa, and actually buy a piece of property?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. So you don't have to be a temporal or a permanent resident.
To buy, no.
No.
To buy property, you don't have to.
To sell, yes.
To sell, yes.
So you don't pay.
I mean, you can sell not being temporary or permanent resident, but then you will have capital gains, and they are kind of expensive. They can be maybe the 33 or 34%.
Wow.
So it's better that you get your temporary or permanent visa if you want to sell.
How do they work here, the title? Is there title companies here?
A notary here is a lawyer. So a notary always check both parties between the seller and the buyer. So he check all the paperwork before closing. He check the deed, that there's no liens, a lot of things that is part of his job, and you pay it included in your closing cost.
Another question is, what about property taxes here in Mexico?
Okay, for example, the property tax bill, of course, is not the same cost as in the States. But let's make an example. For example, a house that is value 300,000 US dollars, you will pay around 6,000 pesos a year of property tax. That is nothing.
So that's about $300 to $400 for a $300,000 home.
That's why you pay 6,000 pesos. That is nothing. I mean, comparing to the States, I know that is very expensive.
Well, great, Andreas. This has been good. I really appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your integrity, dealing with people. I get feedback all the time because I recommend you.
Thank you. I know that.
I get feedback from people who've used your service and bought from you, and how much they enjoy your professional, approach to real estate. So thank you. I appreciate that.
No, thank you much. I mean, thank you. I really appreciate it, Jerry. Thank you, Lori, also. It's always a pleasure to be with you. And
okay. Adios.
Adios.
If you would like to contact Andreas, I'll put his description and information in the description down on the bar below, and he can get back with you and answer any of your questions about moving to Mexico. And he is the greatest. Fridays, 5 p.m. California time, check out new videos. See the pop-up on the right? That's me. And if you would like to subscribe, just touch on my picture. On the left, the pop-up, book now. If you'd like to book a relocation tour with me, book there.